We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank
you. Welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, featuring Joe Granelli and Paul Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review wherever you stream your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram at tugayspod and email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com. We hope you enjoy.
You know, I do really have a long torso.
Really? Okay, so Andy has a long torso, but I have long legs, so whenever he's in my car, like, I have to adjust the seats back and stuff.
Oh, when they're driving?
Yeah, because I don't have
in the driver's
torso.
seat. Oh,
yeah.
You don't have... Oh. Did you ever get your window fixed?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all done now, and it's perfect. I even went in for my first, like, oil change and everything. Oh. Yes. Go for her being responsible. Okay.
Oh, shoot. I think I need to oil change. How often are you supposed to... Wait, hold on. Before we get into it, how often are you supposed to do it? Every 3,000 miles?
Every 5,000 miles until, like, a certain point. And
I think I'm good. I think I'm at, like, 4,999.
Okay. Well, welcome, everybody, to These Unprecedented Gays. I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
How's everybody doing out there?
I don't know. We can't listen.
Show of hands. Oh, wait,
What was that? This is an audio program. Wait, what was that? I think I heard the hands go up. Insert hand sound effect. That's not a hand sound effect.
Yeah, I was going to say no. That doesn't. Okay.
That's a bottom farting.
Or if the...
Oh, my. Well, we can get Dr. Carlton on here to tell us.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to ping him. I had a question, but then I forgot.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have him on again.
I mean, he responds on Instagram, but...
So... before we get into, like, how our week was and the topic of this week and stuff, we definitely have to talk about a couple of things that have happened the past week or two. Mm-hmm. The first thing being Derek Chauvin.
We don't care about his last name.
Yeah, exactly.
He guilty.
Was found guilty on 3 counts. 2 of them being second degree, 1 of them being third degree, 2 of them being murder.
All murder, right?
2 murder, 1 manslaughter.
What's the difference?
So, I'm not a law person.
A lawyer.
There you go. A person who does that. So manslaughter is a homicide that is the unintentional killing of another person.
That's why it's involuntary.
Right. So the second one, it's second degree in unintentional murder. Mm-hmm. Then there was a second degree manslaughter and then a third degree murder.
Because he was not premeditated, but he intended, right?
Right.
Yes. Look at me with words.
I know.
And I don't even watch true crime.
Okay.
I just watch the news occasionally every day.
But some of the things that I was thinking about, I'm like, the fact that, I mean, great. I love that in Minnesota, there was a white police officer who was held accountable for his actions in killing a black person who was supposed to be his responsibility. So, but I don't like the fact that people are saying this is justice for George Floyd.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, it's not justice. It's accountability.
Yep.
You know, that there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it.
I mean, if he was alive, this would be probably justice. But, you know, this is accountability for somebody's actions. Like, you killed someone. And the fact that we all were holding our breath and weren't sure if he was going to be convicted.
Oh, yeah. Because Breonna Taylor, I mean,
right,
her murderer, right? But that cop was, like, let off easy.
Exactly. And that should tell you how broken our system is.
Yep.
That's something that we have to worry about.
Oh, yeah. And then yesterday, you said the name.
Makia Bryant?
Yeah. She got killed.
Right.
And, like, the day of. Like, it's been, like... I was like, I can't. I'm just done. I'm done.
And then you think about Adam Toledo, who was killed a couple of days ago, about like 10 miles away from where George Floyd was killed.
And then the young guy, the 16-year-old, what was his name? Oh, gosh. That was recent, too. Another kid. Right.
But the thing that gets me is with Adam Toledo, depending on who you listen to, he's either a child or a man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he is 13 years old. It's like, he is not a man. He is a child.
Not Michaela, what was her name? Yesterday, who died?
Makia.
Yeah, she was 15.
Right.
Like, these aren't adults, they're children.
Right. And I'm like, if you really want to get into this, then we can do this whole like Adam Toledo versus Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, there's Adam Toledo, who's 13. Yes, he did have a gun on him, but yes, he did throw it away. And when he turned around, he was unarmed before he was shot.
Yeah, I think that was the kid. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was unarmed when he was shot.
Yep.
And he did give up, but the police officer shot him. Kyle Rittenhouse, who is 17 years old, takes guns across state lines to a place where he does not live and decides he can walk in front of police officers for blocks with a loaded gun and nothing happens. So again, we live in two Americas.
Oh yeah. And then the mass shootings left and right. Like,
right.
It's like, really? It's like, oh, sure. Cause why not?
Right.
Why not?
So you can go ahead and shoot a 16-year-old girl who, granted, from the body cam footage and stuff like that, she did have a knife on her. She was attacking someone else. I'm not saying that this person was innocent in what was happening at the time, but
shoot her in the leg.
Exactly. There are ways to de-escalate this. Yeah. There are ways to take care of the situation. She is a 15, 16-year-old girl, and you're telling me you couldn't like tase her or rush her or something?
It's really difficult to tell the difference between a taser and a gun, Paul.
Okay. I know that's right.
I mean,
like, let's be real. Okay. Oh, did you see this? Like, Pat Robertson was on like the 500 Club or the 700 Club or whatever club he's part of. And he's a pastor, Christian, like one of these, but he's like old and has been in the business for a long time. He was on his show talking about the difference between a taser and a gun. And he couldn't even believe that the person couldn't tell the difference. And I'm like, Pat Robertson, when he is on your side, you know that you like, if he's on the other side from you, like, you know, you done fucked up.
Well, and you know the thing, not everyone, but the argument against like, whatever it is that like, oh, well, police officers are trained. They're trained to be able to talk on the phone and drive. They're trained to do this, this, and this. And it's like, well, show me the training records.
Well, the funny thing is the person who, where it was the difference between the taser and the gun, she was actually a trainer.
Oh my God.
For the police department. She had been with the police like over 20 years and she was a trainer.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, she said taser 3 times in the video. And I'm like, and what does that mean?
Where's the taser?
Like, you still had a gun in your hand. You still had to take the safety off. So come on now. Let's be real. Like, you know the difference in weight between a gun and a taser if you've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
You know, but so now we are waiting for sentencing.
Yes, this. Yeah.
You know, because he is convicted and they revoked his bail. He is in detention. Like,
oh, so they're just figuring out the timing.
Right. So it's about 8 weeks out before he'll be
8
sentenced.
weeks?
But that's 8 weeks that he's spending in jail.
Okay, yeah.
He's not going to be out on bail.
He's not obviously not a cop anymore. They took all that away. Like,
right. Which, when you think about it, is really bad if you're in Minnesota and you put a lot of people away in that penal system.
Oh my.
So unless they're going to put him in solitary confinement for the entire time, like, it is never a good thing for you to be a cop in jail. Like, the only thing lower than a cop in jail is a child molester.
Oh my
they are like the bottom rung in jail, and like police officers are just right above that.
Oh my God.
So they're like, child molesters are like the slime of a slug, and then police officers are like the legs or body of the slug. They're not even the slug.
I don't think slugs have legs. That's fine.
I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Well, I was going to say botanist, but that's not right either.
What am I? Huh? What am I? I also have no idea about bugs because they're gross.
Is it an entomologist?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. At my college, they had a really good entomology department.
Look at me.
Yeah, in entomology. Oh my God, an entomologist. That's what you do. Okay, but like before we, like, my thing that I think needs to happen is it's like all these things are like great steps, but like the country needs to step up and change the policies. That's what it boils down to.
Well, and then you're seeing some of the police officers who are deciding to quit or step down or something because of this. And it's like, okay, but then if that's the case, we didn't need you in the first place because you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, people are like, oh, it's just a couple of bad apples. It's like, no, it's the whole fucking tree. Cut it down.
Yeah, that pie's been delivered now. It's
that
rotten.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
I do like apple pie, though.
I do, too.
I had really good apple pie in my update. We'll get into it.
I like hand pies.
What's a hand pie?
Like, like a little, like, it's
like from McDonald's.
Yeah, like from McDonald's, but like I like it when it's like that because I can eat it on the go.
Oh, I've never had it other than
I am a
McDonald's.
girl on the go. Okay.
She is a girl on the go.
Also, before we get into the week and the topic, because I'm fired up.
Okay,
and believe me,
I got
Black lives still matter.
Yes,
everything. Please, if you see something, say something, do something.
And Asian lives,
yes. And API. Please. Keep an eye out on your neighbors, your friends,
and just fuck some people up and punch a person if they bad.
Okay, and like if you see something happen, it's great that you pulled out your phone to get it on video, but like you need to be up there.
Then take that phone because we all have iPhones are heavy and hit them, and then send it to us so we can look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
But post it on TikTok and we'll watch on Instagram.
So Colton Underwood.
No relation to Carrie, right?
No relation to Carrie. Thank God.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
They're both white.
Okay.
But like,
is that your criteria?
Isn't he like a Southern person?
He is, and if anybody
he was on the San Diego Chargers,
yeah, he wasn't like a starting line. But
what does that mean? On football, like the first string.
He wasn't first string.
Is that starting line?
Yes.
Okay.
So he was on The Bachelorette, and then he was picked to be the Bachelor. And then he was on Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, Lord.
So now, just what we need is another like white cisgendered male who is supposed to be good looking and has a nice body coming up and saying, oh, I'm gay. And all the gays running to welcome them with open arms and shit. I hate that.
I've seen
bullshit.
A lot of backlash against it, though.
Because you're going to give him a Netflix show with Gus Kenworthy as your gay guide. First of all, Gus Kenworthy as your gay guide.
Another white cisgendered, good-looking guy who just came out. Yeah.
Who they're all supposedly straight acting. And I'm like, okay.
Well, my issue is that it just furthers the narrative of what the world sees as a gay person.
Right.
And that's not true. Like the LGBTQI plus community is not that.
You know who my gay guide was?
Who?
Paul Lynn, the Center Square. I will take that effeminate little thing. You don't even know who that is.
I know Bruce Valanche. Isn't he gay?
He is gay also, yes.
Because he was on that as well, right?
Yes.
Is Whoopi Goldberg gay?
Whoopi Goldberg was on there, but I don't think she's gay. But did you see her?
Wait, she has a kid, doesn't she?
But did you see her in the new,
no.
I think it's like Vanity Fair or something. It's like, she had this photo spread that just came out. And it is amazing. She looks gorgeous.
Okay, but do you know why they call her Whoopi?
Look at that. Look at that one. Look at that one. She is gorgeous.
But do you know why they call her Whoopi?
Why?
Because she farts a lot, and then she called herself Whoopee Cushion. I kid you not.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did read that somewhere.
I think I might have sent it to you.
But it was it's Variety. They did this whole spread about Hollywood royalty right before the Oscars, and she is on the cover, and she did this photo spread, and I'm like, bitch. Look at that. I'm like, you were giving me Erykah Badu vibes on here. You were giving
How old
me
is she? 60
fashion. Like she is in her 70s, I want to say. I'm like, I don't 65.
Good for her.
I'm like, she is looking gorgeous. And it's like she was never one that like looked the part.
Well, that's the issue with this Colton guy is like it just what I get frustrated with is like we have Queer Eye out there and it's like Jonathan Van Ness was not your, run of the mill gay guy. But like, there's a lot of stereotypes that are then furthered, which mainstream media sees, and that's what they think.
Right.
Right. And then it just falls back on us in the community and it's toxic. And it just furthers that narrative of if you are not white, if you are not ripped, if you are not young, and if you're not good looking, then you don't belong here. Because that is what then casts out there. And that's what the young guys and girls and whatever you identify eat up. And then it just gets shed onto the next generation. And I want it to break.
Right. Because I agree. And I'm like, I don't know why we're celebrating this person, especially because right before this happened, he was hit with a restraining order by his ex-girlfriend because he was harassing her and her parents and her friends.
Oh, so this is a nice PR stunt.
Yeah, basically. I'm like, you stunt queen. But like...
but we don't want her.
But like, you look at Lil Nas X...
Yes,
who
I finally
came
watched
out.
that music video. It was
Oh my God,
so
it's
good.
crazy, right?
And it's a
very
good song.
good.
Call Me By Your Name.
And I'm like, he went to #1 with it. And I'm like, you are over here talking about having gay sex
With the
on
devil.
the radio.
Yep.
And like, people are downloading this. Like, go girl. Like, but he had to navigate coming out in public and in a a genre.
Oh yeah,
that
super,
two genres.
super straight.
He wants to believe that he's, country.
He's a rapper.
And
right?
he's a rapper.
He's a crapper. Me too.
Trademarked. But, it's two genres that are very masculine and very white.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Very
except for
straight.
rap, but like very masculine. But they both have ideas of what masculinity is, and he doesn't fit into that.
And I love it.
And I love it too. And he's just not as celebrated as like Colton Underwood in the week or two that since he's been out.
Oh yeah. What's the guy, Billy Porter? I feel like that's the kind of people we need.
That should be his gay guide, because you need to have somebody who is going to break down what you think and what you do and your journey. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand Colton Underwood, this is your journey, whatever the fuck it is. Like, okay, like fine, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yeah.
But you've done nothing to be celebrated.
It's also not a reality because there's so many colors, there's so many different body types, there's so many everything in the gay community. And that is what I think Pride is about.
Well, and let's also talk about the fact that you've been on The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise. Yes, whenever all of us are coming to terms with who we are in our sexuality and stuff like that, there are unfortunately women who are caught in the crossfire because we don't understand what's happening and we feel like we have to do what society wants us to do.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of us didn't go on these shows and play this whole thing. And he's like, oh, it was just, I didn't understand who I was. I'm like, okay, but don't let 30-something women fight for your affection. Like that doesn't seem right.
That's scarring for them too.
Right. Like I'm not okay with this.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we've made a lot of progress in the world, in the community, but like this just doesn't continue the momentum. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Like another white guy. Cool. I mean, I say that as a white gay man. Like, I'm just like,
who's good looking.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome.
But you're also a good looking gay man.
I'm also old.
You are not. You're only as old as you feel.
I feel like I'm 73.
And I feel like I'm 90.
With dementia.
Oh my God, finally. Okay, speaking of dementia, I always promote like everyone needs to sleep more and wear sunscreen.
Okay.
They finally released a legitimate study, which I'd known for a while, that sleep is linked to dementia. So the less you sleep, if you don't get enough sleep, you'll get dementia. It is like almost guaranteed.
Interesting.
So all of you listeners who are like, I don't need sleep, you do, or else you won't remember. I mean, well, I guess you have dementia, then you won't remember that you don't need sleep because like,
oh, bless you, Cooper.
Because you're fine. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So we need to get off our soapboxes.
Okay,
So-
hold on. Beep, boop, boop.
I'm like, are you powering down?
Reverse.
So I did have a very interesting week. So I'm just going to let you talk about your week.
Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. I love how you love how I'm doing. Are you sure there's no more carpet cardboard? So your piping is done.
So they're almost done with like all of our stuff. So a lot of the
They patched
construction,
the hole.
they patched the holes.
Okay.
And then they're kind of like textured and ready to be painted and stuff like that. I know.
Same.
But we don't have any of these the butcher paper on our floor anymore.
Yeah.
We actually was able to get our housekeeper in and clean and have her clean.
Perfect.
And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I love you. And so, yeah, so that was my week.
Well, what a great week.
Yay.
Well, so, I mean, you're aware, right? So I went to the Grand Canyon, which was very quick.
And this ties into our topic
It does,
for the
yeah.
week.
We're like teasing the listeners.
I know.
Like, ooh,
you like
the canyon. What is it going to be? Who knows?
This gaping hole.
Don't talk about me like that. So we went, me and my friend Matthew and Katie, and then Matthew's brother Steven all went. We drove up on Saturday, and it was actually really fun because we just kind of were like, let's go for a little bit, and then, we'll relax there or whatever. And so the drive up was fine. And then we get to Williams, Arizona, I think. And I was just like, this is literally a different state, right? Like, I haven't been out of California in a long time. And it was kind of like a shock. I was like, oh, there are other ways of life. Oh, people live differently. Because it's like predominantly like conservative, very much like, not California. And they had released their mask mandate like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm vaccinated, but I'm wearing a mask. And like, we all wore masks. And even the store people were like, you don't have to wear that. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm wearing it. Yeah. But we went to the Bear
Arizona
or whatever it's called. I couldn't get it right.
I love Arizona.
It was only like 8 minutes from where we were staying.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and so it's funny because we had an Airbnb and it was freezing, like legitimate freezing, like 30 degrees. And it was so cold and so dry that you couldn't see your breath. Because there was no condensation. It's Arizona. There's no air. There's no condensation.
Okay.
But we stayed, and I was like, this Airbnb is really cute. It was a trailer home.
Oh.
But it was fine because I was like, oh, it's cute. It's cute, right? It had heat, and it had 2 bathrooms, and I was fine with that. It may have had a septic tank, and it may have water you had to like pump in the beginning or whatever, but it was fine, right? It had a dishwasher, and we were good. So, but we went to the Beartopia, Arizona, whatever the fuck it's called, on Sunday, and then
did you drive through?
Yeah, we drove through, and then we walked through.
Okay, so anybody who doesn't know what Arizona is, so right on the entrance to
it's 64 or something, a freeway.
Yeah,
or whatever
it's like right near the
it.
entrance of the Grand Canyon to the national park. There is a place called Arizona, and it's a drive-through park, wildlife park, where you can like get kind of close to the bears.
They're were not, very
like,
close
in cages.
Yeah. Well, there were bears, there were wolves. There were...
it was a whole gay bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There were cubs.
There were otters. I'm not kidding. Well, so I called that morning. I was like, hey, like, what kind of animals do you have? They're like, well, I'm glad you asked. And I was like, oh, my God. So they have, like, all these animals. And, like, you drive through. And then when you get to, the dangerous animals, you have to roll up your windows and lock your car. Because they will climb on your window.
Oh.
Yeah. They're, like, right next to you.
Oh,
I know. Paul wants to go to Arizona to get climbed on.
Okay.
Oh, so that was really cool.
Come to my window.
Yeah, I think I did see Melissa.
Etheridge.
Yeah, she was with a guitar. Yeah, with a pride flag. And so, but we did that, and then I was like, okay, this is fine. Let's get some food or whatever. And we went to this. We went to like a Route 66 diner or whatever, which was cute. And then we went up to the Grand Canyon, and the Grand Canyon is one of those things where I'm like, I don't need to spend all day here. Look at the canyon. It's a canyon. Cool. Right. And that's it. And so we spent like 2 hours there, and then we got back, and then we went to...
That's a lot of time looking at the Grand Canyon.
Yes, it was grand and
I saw that influencers in the wild thing that Matthew shot of that person
God.
Like on the
There were people
edge.
like on the ledge. They were on the edge of glory, and there was not Lady Gaga to be found. And I was like, they're going to die. These people are going to die. They're going to fall. I'm going to witness a murder. Nope. I'm going to witness a
suicide.
Or whatever. It might have been an accidental. Would that be involuntary? Involuntary suicide? No. But I was just like, not doing that. No. Nope. I'm going to stay behind the railing. I have my picture from afar. I have my Instagram picture. I'm good. So then we went back, and there was this like pine cone diner or whatever that we went to. And they were like the sweetest people in the world.
With their masks on.
No, they had masks on.
Oh, good.
The restaurant people did. So we finished up or whatever, and the girl was like, well, how was your dinner? And I was like, oh my God, it was so good, because I got a little pizza, and it had like the best ranch. So like if you're all going to Williams, whatever, I think it's called like Pine something diner, Pine Ridge, Pine...
Don't believe him when he said pine cone, everybody.
It's not pine cone. It's called Pine Country
Restaurant.
Yes.
Thank you to our producer and fact checker.
And they have the whole menu all day, and they have a lot of pie.
Oh.
So, but I got there, and they were just like super sweet, and then we went the next morning for breakfast. So, but that was my weekend, and it was very compacted into a small amount of time. And then now I'm like back to reality, and I'm like, ooh, okay then.
Well, see, that works out because like we're gonna talk
Why does it work out?
because we're talking about bucket lists this week. And if anybody doesn't know, bucket list is a list of things that you want to do before you kick the bucket.
I kicked the bucket already, though.
You died.
Well, I have a bucket in my closet sometimes that I run into.
Oh. Okay, so but
It's your to-do list before you croak.
back to me. We're just gonna put that joke in there, put a little bag, and wrap that
Like
up.
Lala or like Olivia Lux's little bag.
Yes, exactly. But no, but like going to the Grand Canyon is on a lot of people's bucket list.
Yep.
But I'm like, I don't understand why.
I mean, for the picture.
Yes.
I think if I did like a helicopter tour, it'd be cooler. But like,
or even a
walking
tour, you can take like a donkey or a mule in and something like that, and like actually go down into the canyon
that
and
would
stuff.
take a long time.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
but it's funny because like I went and we were staying in Phoenix and we decided to rent a car and go to the Grand Canyon, and we're like, oh, because only 2 hours away, that's not really that far. But like we literally spent like 5-10 minutes there. We took a picture. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
it's a giant gaping hole.
Yeah.
I can see this at any gay bar.
Yep. Oh. It was, don't get me wrong, it was beautiful. It was windy. It was pretty, but I was like,
See, look, when I went, it was a little bit warm, so it was kind of hazy out. So it actually made it look like the Grand Canyon wasn't real.
oh, it was, I will say it was kind of like a mind warp because the way you, like when we walked up to it, my brain took a minute to register because there's so many different layers. And I was like, is this like, what is this? Like, is
Like
this
an ogre?
Oh yeah, well you said donkey, and I was like, oh my gosh, Shrek. But I walked up and they have like the far rock, the near rock, the other rock, and like a thing, and like he looks down. I was like, is this close? Is this up? Does it go down?
There was a rock and another rock, and I saw a rock.
And I got a rock.
Where's that from?
Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin King. I got a rock.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Not on my bucket list because I've seen it.
So was going to the Grand Canyon on your bucket list of things to do, or was it just
think
something?
so.
Okay.
I think, yeah, a lot of the things I'll be talking about are like places to see.
Okay.
Not really experiences, maybe experiences. But yeah, I think a lot of the stuff that like I want to do is like places, but the Grand Canyon was more like, I've always like, yeah, it's close enough. Like I'll go eventually. It wasn't like I have to see the snow.
Yeah.
And then Matthew was like, well, let's go. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. Like easy enough. Got a cheap little Airbnb that was because it was a trailer, but
So what else is on
That's
your
that.
bucket list?
I'm being made out with.
Oh yeah, Cooper's making out with you.
Ooh, yes. Ooh,
So what else is on your bucket list? Whether it's something that you've already done or that you want to do.
So I have a list. And I think there's like the natural wonders of the world, right?
Yeah, the Seven Wonders.
I don't know. Well, so that's confusing because there's like the seven ancient and then the new seven, and then there's like the seven wonders of America. And I'm like, okay, look, this is too much. So
That is way too much.
I know. So one of the other things I want to do is I want to go to Machu Picchu
Oh, okay.
in Peru. And like Machu Picchu is like the ancient ruins, I think, of the Mayans. Maybe?
Sure.
The Aztecs, maybe?
You can do ayahuasca while you're there.
Who dat?
Ayahuasca.
I don't know her.
That's the
What about ayahuasca?
I don't know what that is either.
No, the ayahuasca tea. I only know that from Grace and Frankie, by the way.
Oh, really?
Because they drank the peyote.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the same thing?
It's the same thing, just a different.
It's tea, right?
It's a liquid that they make. Peyote is more like Native American, whereas this is more Peruvian and kind of thing. But
My life's already a trip enough. I ain't trying to trip some more.
But if anybody wants to watch a really good thing about ayahuasca, Unwell on Netflix actually has an episode about it, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to go to Machu Picchu?
Like Machu Picchu. Yeah, me and my sister-in-law were like, let's go. But now she's like reproduced a couple times and doesn't have time because she's a mom.
But maybe she wants to get away from her kids. Now
Yeah.
she can.
So April, if you're listening, let's go. Well, she's vaccinated. Whenever you want.
Okay.
Because you can fly into Cusco, Peru.
Okay.
They say to fly into Cusco so you're not getting altitude sickness. And then you get acclimated for a day or whatever. And then you actually go like Sherpa up to the ruins. They say not to like hike. Like, because it takes like days. And I'm not about that. Again, I would just, a lot of these actually, now that I'm thinking about it, are just like for the picture.
We have a friend of ours who went to Machu Picchu, and it's very funny because I was like, I didn't think he was going to get cell service, but somehow he ended up hooking up with some guy on Grindr.
Oh, was it his Sherpa? Oh,
maybe.
I'll pack a different thing for you.
Okay. Alpaca. Oh.
No, so Machu Picchu is one, and it's just because it's like really pretty. I'm assuming, I don't know, like it's a cool like
the pictures that you have seen are gorgeous.
I mean, I travel via Google Earth, so I get a lot done.
Okay,
that's my first one. So what are some of what's your next?
Like some of mine are things that I have done and some things that I still want to do.
Okay.
Like I did want to get an education. Like that was on my bucket list because I didn't graduate from high school.
Okay.
You know, and I had actually dated a guy for a while there. I was living in Orlando. He was living in Dallas, but he worked for a university out in Dallas. And when he found out that I did not have a high school diploma and that I, at the time, didn't have any plans of going to college or, you know, what he thought was bettering myself, he broke up with me.
Rude.
Yeah. And I was
some of
like,
the most intelligent people in this world have no education, formal education.
Exactly.
So if you are one of the smartest people I know, so don't let that get to you.
Oh, thank you.
Because you have what is called life experience, and that can't be taught in school.
So it was really cool to be with somebody who who was like, okay, do what you want if this is what you want to do. So I was able to go to culinary school and actually get a degree. So I have a degree in something. Yeah. And, that to me was something on my bucket list. So.
Oh, I love that.
I know,
but
right?
Also, like, if you're out there and you're like, oh, I feel like there's such pressure to like go to college. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to go to college, don't go to college. If you do, then do. Right?
It's not for everybody.
Yeah. You could also like get all that stuff for free on YouTube.
Like Andrew Davis says, it's just not. What? Oh wait, no, it's Leslie Jordan. I was like, every trash can has its lid.
You right.
You
right.
And maybe college is not your lid. So
well then. Yeah. Nope. And also you'll incur a lot of debt. So think about that, everybody. If you want to go to college.
So what's some other stuff for you?
Wait, I have one thing. So it's like you can go to school, but they can't teach you class.
Oh. Is that your
I don't know.
Real Housewives?
No,
opener?
My Real Housewives thing is I get what I want because I'm always right. You're like, bitch, shut up. So my next one is similar, like, see the things, and it's to go to either Alaska or Australia or like New Zealand and see the northern or southern lights. Ooh. So the Aurora Borealis or the Aurora Australis.
Listen, look at you.
Oh my God.
She educated everyone.
We got two poles. We got the North and the South Pole. And Santa lives in...
I got one pole.
Oh. And it's upstairs. I saw you stripper poling. You are being like J-Lo in Hustlers. Great movie, by the way.
I know, really great movie. That was good.
So, but... I don't know. It's just like seeing like that natural. It's like these natural things, right? Like you get to like, it's like the lights in the sky. In Alaska, I heard is good. And then maybe it just would be like a reason to go to Australia. I have another one here, which is tied into that. It's go to Australia, but not where the big bugs are.
So not Australia.
Maybe New Zealand. Maybe New Zealand, because then I could see the Hobbit homes too. Are there big bugs in New Zealand?
I'm sure there are big bugs everywhere. It's just I don't think they're as prevalent in New Zealand as they probably are in Australia.
Okay, then you know what? I will go to New Zealand.
And I think like New Zealanders, or they're Kiwis, they're called Kiwis, aren't as proud of theirs as Australians are.
Yeah, no, I don't want a python in my toilet while I'm going to the bathroom.
I mean, you might want a python. I've seen some movies of Australians.
But like, I'm just having an innocent, number two, and then I have to worry about dying.
Oh, you have
it's
to worry
not
about,
snakes on a plane, it's snakes in the drain.
Oh.
I'm good today.
I know.
Wow.
Look at you, like a rapper.
Oh my God, I'm a crapper, remember? I'm a country rapper.
That's more like Caucasian rapper.
Well, if I'm on the toilet avoiding a python, I am a crapper.
There you go. I will say, like, we did go to Alaska, and I thought that was such a fun trip, and we actually got take. It was a cruise.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
And we
was it a
cruised
cruise?
to like the glacier.
Oh, you were cruising?
We were cruising all the time. Funny though, little thing. On these ships, they usually have like a Friends of Dorothy, which is like a group for
Who's
like
Dorothy
from The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
That's like a code name. That used to be a code name for gays was Friends of Dorothy.
Really?
So yeah, so they would have these clubs on the ships, and you would get together with other gay and lesbians on the ship there, and just kind of like have a drink, so you guys would know each other and kind of like have something in common right away.
It's like home,
right? And everybody loved Judy Garland.
Okay, that works.
Yeah,
More that than anything else.
But when we went, like there was no other gay people, or else they just didn't want to be known when we were there, because they were like, we went to go check it out, and we're like, there's nobody here. Exactly.
When did you go? How long ago?
This was like 5 or 6 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and we went on Holland America, and it was such a cool ship. And they even had like cooking classes, and they had all these other things.
Unlimited food, yes. Yeah. Give me the desserts.
But
that's
so we went to Alaska, and then we went to we took the cruise ship through. I make it sound like I drove it.
You did. I see that boat license.
But it went through like Glacier National Park, and we actually got to see glaciers, and it was actually kind of cool because they were kind of breaking, which I guess is not cool because that would be climate change.
Also Titanic. I mean, last time I saw a glacier, it hit the Titanic, right, or vice versa, and there was no room on that board.
But like, it was interesting to watch it fall off, and we were just like mesmerized by this.
Oh yeah,
like
Australia is beautiful. Like I feel like people kind of shit on it, but I'm like, it's a gorgeous place. Again, I've never been. I mean, yeah, sorry, Alaska. There's also a baked Alaska pie, right?
Yes.
Is it a pie?
I don't think it's a pie though. It's a dessert.
If there's like meringue, I'm
yeah,
not a meringue
and if they
fan.
set on fire,
yeah. Oh, that looks fun.
I guess it could be a pie. I guess it is a pie, I guess, in a way, or a cake. I just call it a dessert.
I'm for it, yeah.
Because it's like ice cream.
Oh, yeah. But I don't like meringue, so maybe not.
So now we were trying to go to Australia this year, but come to find out that they're not going to let any like visitors in until like 2022.
I saw 3 years. They're not letting any external people in for 3 years.
Oh God. So
yeah, but this was just an Instagram influencer that I followed, like a hot guy. So who knows?
Oh,
another Colton Underwood, if you will.
But I'm hoping, because we really wanted to go to like Australia and New Zealand this year, but that's going to be put on hold. And we don't even know if we can even travel internationally this year. Probably not until next year. Mm-hmm. So,
well, a lot of people don't want us because
we're Americans.
Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
So I will say that, like, you said cruise, and I was like, I want to go on a cruise. That's another one of my bucket list items.
Oh, you have to wait a while, girl. I would wait a while till, like, they get this stuff under control.
No, obviously not this week. But, like, I feel like I would want to do an Alaskan cruise, and I love a good BOGO, so, like, I can do Alaska and a cruise.
Oh, see? There you go.
Hit two birds with one.
And I love cruising. Cruises are so fun.
But like they're huge ships, so you don't get motion sickness, right?
No, it's like you want to try and get if you can get a room that's more in the center of the boat. Oh. If you can, because
you don't want a view.
I mean, no, I meant like you don't want it to be too low, you don't want it to be too high.
In the height.
Yeah, in height. So like you want a floor, like if it has 7 floors of rooms, you want to be like in number 5.
Yeah.
You know. And I would always spend a little extra money to get a room with like a porthole or a balcony, because like in the center where there's no windows, like that's not me.
It's like a dungeon.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I've always seen commercials for like the Thames River?
The Thames?
Thames?
Yeah.
What is it? Thames?
Thames.
The
Thames River?
Thames?
Thames.
Why are you saying Thames?
Because that's how you pronounce it.
Then why
the Thames? The Thames. The Thames. We're not saying it right either one of us.
It's not Thames?
No.
Then why is it spelled like that?
Because English. But you were saying the Thames?
I don't like that. Okay, so I want to go on like the Thames River tour. Because they have but this is only from a commercial, so like I fell victim to it, because it's like, come and watch blah blah blah, and they have like every suite or whatever is a window
they have
seat.
these they have these like cruises where you can do it we were invited to go to one a couple years ago, and these people were going through like somewhere through France and Europe and stuff like that. And they were going to stop at all these wineries.
Maybe
and stuff.
I want to see the Thames
But
River.
it is expensive.
Yeah,
it's like $7,000.
Oh, well, I'm not doing that one anymore.
Yeah, no, it is like because it's a smaller boat, and you've got like you still get all the amenities of a cruise ship, so you still get like food all the time.
Well, that food better be fed to me for that price.
Well, and then also I found like when I heard about the people's trip afterwards, they were like, "Oh, the food actually wasn't that great."
I would ask for a refund,
right? And I'm like, and when they were in port, they didn't get like lunch on the boat, because I'm like, if I go to a cruise ship and I'm like at port, I can still go back to the boat and have lunch and then go back out again.
Yeah,
that's what I love about it. They don't have to pay for food out in the port where I'm at. So
they got ripped off.
I know.
Well, I'm not going to Thames River anytime soon. Sorry for all you Brits, Londonese,
Londonese.
All you folks from London.
Yeah, there you go.
Just touched down in London town. I did not touch down in London town.
Now, have you been to London? Is that on your bucket list?
No. One of my bucket list items is to just go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Out of the country, because I've not traveled anywhere.
You can go to Mexico.
I mean, that doesn't count.
You can go to Tulum.
Oh.
That's like the Austin
God
of
bless you.
Mexico.
I want to go to basically every country. Like I have here, I want to go to India. Because I just want to see, like, I love different cultures. Like, I want to go to India. I want to go anywhere in Asia, Australia, like all the continents, Canada. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Italy to see where, like, my dad's family's from.
Where are they from?
So my dad's side was from Lucca, and my dad's mom's side is from Verbicaro in southern Italy.
Did I tell you that we went to Lucca?
I think so.
Oh my God! Remember we saw your family.
Hi. If you're there again, be like, do you know the Biancalana family? Because that's my dad's mom's maiden name. My grandpa's mom. Yeah, because a lot of the Granellis are all out of Italy.
Oh.
Yeah. But my dad's mom's side is from southern Italy. And so she...
Well, they're from the south.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because, like, the Italy's pretty large, right? So like the southern Italy,
yeah, it is.
Southern Italians, Southern Italians are very like dark features, and Northern Italians are very light features because they're closer to like whatever country is above Italy,
like Sweden,
Switzerland, yeah,
and then they're more Mediterranean, Southern Italy.
So like my grandma had really dark features, and my grandpa had really fair features. So my grandpa had like lighter colored eyes. And like he was just like lighter in general, very much more like a Switzerland person, Swiss,
a Swiss.
And then my grandma was like she was a dark lady, not by share. Yeah, but no, I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to go to like everywhere, and also the Baltic states or the Baltic like places, Latvia and Lithuania.
So, is there anything that's not like travel based? Like,
yes. Well, some things are travel based, but they're not like they're like a combo.
Oh, okay, like a BOGO.
Like I want to go to France, but I want to bike along the south of France.
Oh, interesting.
Cooper's cuddling right up to me. Hi, booty boy. Ooh. Oh my God, I'm being cheated on by my dog. Ooh, look at that ear. Ooh, I hear you.
We just turned into a whole different podcast now.
This could be ASMR if they get real close. Dog licking. No, so I want to bike along the south of France because apparently the French countryside is beautiful. From, again, everything I've heard. And then I also want to maybe bike across the United States of America, but that would require me to not work for 2 months, which I can't do.
Can you just do that from remote?
I could do that. Yeah, I'll Google Earth it. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh wait, I get it. Yeah. Huh.
You just work remote.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
So we're gonna do this quick thing. We're gonna do what we call bucket or fuck it, and it's gonna. I have a list of things here.
If we want to do it, we'll fuck it.
If you want to, if you want to do it, it's on your bucket. If you
don't
give a care, then it's fuck it.
Oh, I like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have not heard these audience members.
Right. So seal down a waterfall.
Wait, what? Seal down?
So it's like rappel almost. It's like a double pulley system going down the side of a waterfall.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Like, what's the point?
An airboat across an alligator-infested swamp.
No.
Okay.
Fuck
now,
it.
I'm from Florida, so I have
that's
actually
normal for
done
you.
this.
Oh my God.
Because it's called, for those of you who have never been to or have been to Orlando and then went to Disney, there is a town just north by Disney World called Kissimmee. It's not Kissimmee.
Oh, I always thought it was
Kissimmee.
Kissimmee. Like, oh my God, Kissimmee, I'm Irish.
Exactly. It's not.
Oh.
It's Kissimmee. But they have an airboat ride that'll take you through the swamp.
Ooh.
So that's
Bayou.
it's actually kind of fun.
Okay. Maybe. I'll put that as like a maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. I'll just be like,
Okay, catch a wave surfing.
no.
I'm not a huge surfer.
I'm not either. I have
plans.
terrible hand-eye coordination walking. God give me the peace to go into the ocean. I can't do it.
Right. It's like, it just doesn't have
And the
any
coordination.
Oh.
Like, you have to have balance, and that's a lot of core strength. And I don't want that life.
Well, and not only that, but I got to do so many different things. I got to like,
Swim.
first I got to like swim out,
Yeah.
and then I got to like paddle.
Yeah.
And then you want me to stand
Yeah.
up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's sand and, like, salt water.
And I don't have a very strong core. Like,
Don't worry. You know what? We will watch people fall while they surf.
I want to do like the dogs do and be on like on all fours as coming in.
At one of the places I've worked, Jerry, he was a super sweet older guy. His dog surfed. Yes. Yes.
I would love that.
And he lives in San Diego. I wonder how he's doing.
Oh.
Jerry.
Hey, Jerry. With
Yeah,
the
I don't think
surfing
he
dog.
listens to it, but yeah, the surfing dogs are great.
Okay, so ride a zip line.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bucket.
Have you done it?
No.
Okay.
I want to do it in like a jungle, though.
Oh, okay. So perfect story for you then.
Oh.
I was in Costa Rica
Ooh,
years
what
ago.
a rich coast.
And
That's the
we
Spanish
decided to
lady.
do a zip line tour.
Yeah.
And so what you do is you walk up a huge amount of flights.
How many?
To get, like, there was a lot. I
Huge,
lost count.
huge.
And then you kind of zip line down.
Oh.
And it was actually kind of fun because we would even do it upside down.
What?
Yeah. I have pictures of me zip lining upside down.
Did you like pass out?
No, it was so much fun. And
How
for
long
somebody,
was the zip? How long were you ziplining for?
it was like, I think 7 zip lines and then a couple of rope things that you did, like a rope bridge and things like that.
Because they have zip lines, which you're on it for like an eternity.
Right. And it's like, each one was probably like a minute or two that you were
Yeah.
actually up there. But the cool thing is it was over the jungle. So it was kind of like over the rainforest of Costa Rica. And then you could see the beach. So you saw the water too.
I would love to do that. Yeah, anything like bungee jumping, skydiving, zip lining. What do they do in Tomb Raider when she jumps off the building? What's that one? When she turns into like the flying mouse. That she doesn't turn, but like it's like the like base jumping.
Oh God. Oh, no,
Where you're like
okay.
and then you turn into like a
See,
thingy.
I want to do skydiving, but part of me is like, okay, I can do that because I can see the ground coming at
Yeah.
me, but I just don't know how I'd feel about it.
You know what? I'm just like, look, if this is my time, that's fine.
I mean, I've done indoor skydiving.
Ooh, I would bucket for sure. A bucket, 100% bucket.
Okay, but just so you know, don't go if you're a little bit on the heftier side.
Why?
Because it was not as much fun. Because they had to keep.
Wait, you not wait.
So they have.
Were
these,
you like 2 inches off the ground?
Exactly. They have like signals, like hand signals they give to each other, like
More air.
they give you a thumbs up and go and point towards the sky with a thumbs up, going, "Need more air?" And I'm like, I'm not gonna kiss the floor here. Like, can I get some air here?
Did you at least get higher up?
A little bit.
I would have asked for a refund.
Okay, I'm like these skinny bitches over here that weigh like 100 pounds, going all the way up,
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, it's like in Hocus Pocus when Kathy and Jimmy gets on the vacuum.
It really is. Oh my gosh.
Bucket for sure.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So get a tattoo.
No.
Why?
No. I would. I feel.
Is your body a temple?
No. Honey.
Because there have been a lot of Tomb Raiders up in there.
Oh, they found the lost treasure. Yeah, they were base jumping for sure. That echoing. No, I think for tattoos, I'm just like, I don't know if I could think of anything meaningful enough. Maybe if I found something, like if I put a lot of thought in or whatever, had like a life event that like made me think of something. But like as of right now, I don't think I would find anything like worthwhile. Mm-hmm. I won't say no like forever, but like as of right now, I don't think so.
Okay, I have
you
3.
have a tattoo. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so you bucked it.
I bucketed it. So what about riding ATV?
I've done that.
You have?
Yeah,
where?
in Pismo Beach. In
and all the clams that you can eat.
Okay,
that's a Bugs Bunny thing. Like, why am I the only one who knows what this is? Don't you ever watch Bugs Bunny? Every time he's traveling through a burrow, he jumps up. He's like, Pismo Beach and all the clams that you can eat. And he's like, oh, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, go ahead. You were saying Pismo Beach.
That's it. We rode ATVs at Pismo Beach.
Oh, this is not like a fun story? Okay.
No.
I'm going to tell you about ATV story then. Again, we're in Costa Rica.
Oh.
Picture it.
Okay.
I feel like Sophia.
I need to finish
from
that.
Golden Girls.
I watched that like the first 3 seasons. I need to finish it. Thank you for reminding me.
So we decided we were going to go. We're going to do ATVs one day, and then we're going to do horseback riding another day. So we go to the ATVs. So they've taken us along, and we're going into like this ravine kind of thing, and it was like kind of narrow. And so you're supposed to stop with one hand and go with the other. Like right hand was stop, left hand was go. So we're going down this this ravine, and I meant to hit the brake, and I ended up hitting the gas. So I go up and lose control. I go up the side of the ravine. I fall off my ATV. The ATV then rolls back from the side of the ravine and rolls over me.
Oh, and you're okay. Obviously,
yeah. But like I get up and there's a crack in my helmet. Like if I didn't have that on,
that would have been your head.
That would have been my head. And I have scratches and everything all over and stuff.
Always wear your helmet, everyone.
Right. And then the guy, we get out of the ravine and the guy's like, are you okay? Do you want to stop? Do you want to go back? And I'm like, can we get away from the tree of howler monkeys first before like anything else?
Before they attack
you? I was really worried about that. But like I decided to keep going and he's like, oh, what are you guys doing tomorrow? And we're like, oh, we have horseback riding. And he's looking at me like, you're still going to go? And I'm like, yeah, like I paid for this. He's like, okay, so just want to let you know, usually if you fall off an ATV, you're not going to do as well horseback riding. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I did okay, except that I feel like they gave me like a mini horse.
Oh my God, you're on the pony.
Because I was like, we're going on the horseback and we're going up this like hill and my horse is like wheezing.
Oh.
And I'm like, is mine broken?
Oh my God.
I'm just like, what is going on here? I did not have this much food at the buffet last night. It really was. It was like, is it broken? I'm like looking at the guy I was with and I'm like, should I be worried?
I love, like, I always laugh because horses, like, I rode I rode a horse in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
And it just kept farting and its name was Lincoln. And I was laughing and the horse person, like
Did it drop a log?
Oh, he dropped everything.
Get it? Lincoln log?
Oh.
Okay.
I get it now.
Okay. What about scuba diving?
I would like to do that too, yeah.
But like anywhere or like, because I would love to go scuba diving along the Great Barrier Reef.
Anywhere, yeah.
So
I'll scuba dive anywhere.
Oh, just like in the pool?
Sure. That's how you train. No,
yeah, they do.
I've gone snorkeling. I've not done scuba.
Oh, okay. What's ski joring?
That
I want to know what that is.
That sounds like a cult. Let's join it.
But like, have you been skiing though?
Yes.
Or snowboarding?
Not snowboarding. I've skied.
Okay. So do you do the pizza? French
yeah,
fry,
I was just going to say the pie. It's been a while. Ski joring. Damn, that looks.
Is a which a sport in which a person on skis is pulled by a horse, a dog, or a motor vehicle. Oh, so it's just like
I'll buck it.
like when you're on the water and you're getting pulled by a boat.
Whatever that is called.
Like water skiing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or parasailing. I've done that. I've water skied too.
Oh, I've done parasailing.
Isn't that where you're pulled behind the boat?
Yes.
Yes.
So I did that in Mexico.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Not Costa Rica.
Not Costa Rica.
With the heavy horse.
I was the heavy. The horse was not. See, I haven't been skiing or snowboarding.
So I mean, Sonny hit a tree and died skiing. So, I mean, I don't want to risk it.
Oh, Sonny Bono?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is a Cher reference. Got it. Okay, so what about swimming with sharks, dolphins, or stingrays?
Dolphins, yes. Sharks?
I wouldn't say I swam with dolphins because, like, I did it at Aquatica in Orlando.
Okay.
Which is like SeaWorld's like smaller,
Mhm.
more high-end kind of water park. And they have a thing where you can swim with dolphins. Or like at least get a picture with them and like ride out and ride back. But then I was also like, how do I feel about this? Like that we're using these dolphins like that. So
Well, that, yeah. I wouldn't mind it in the wild, but they like apparently can like hurt you. They're big.
well, I love it
They
because
also have sex for pleasure, the only other mammal.
oh,
Or they're not a mammal. The only other animal.
I think
Is
they're
it
a mammal.
Are they?
I think so.
Are they? They're not a fish?
I don't think so.
They're-
But
no, they are a. Hold on, it's a P. It starts with a P. Nope.
a penis?
No. It starts with a P. I'm not looking at the thing. A dolphin is the same thing as a killer whale. It's not a whale. It's not a platypus. Porpoise.
Oh, okay, but is that a mammal?
It's a porpoise. Porpoise, because you do it on
But
porpoise.
I was just gonna ask, what is its porpoise?
Oh my
god! So, but I do love when you can, like, if you go
they're not
to
a
Torrey
porpoise, I know.
Pines and you hike up there, you can actually see dolphins
I've
in
never
the
seen
water
dolphins.
playing, and
Okay.
sometimes they'll play with the surfers.
Okay.
But I also just want to see one just mount a surfer and just go to
kill it,
town.
yeah.
No, not kill
Oh.
it. Like try to fuck it.
They do that, yeah. Well, if you've ever done like one of the bay whale watching tours, we saw dolphins on that one. It was really cool.
Okay, so
And
this
blue
is
whales. They're
Oh.
big, and we saw their peduncle.
Oh,
And then our tour guide was like, and you can see a big ass whale dick. She was like so scientific about it. She's like, that's my favorite part when they like whatever crest or something, and you see the dick. And I was like,
but
this
for
girl was like-
scientific purposes.
no, she was like, yeah, and I was like,
You're way too excited about that girl.
Yeah.
You need to get laid. Okay, so what about walking along a suspension bridge? Now,
What is that?
it's like, you've got...
Is it in detention? Is it gone detention?
like Grand Canyon has one where it's like a glass bridge.
We almost went to that, but it was 4 hours away, and we decided against it. So I will tell you, we had tickets, but then we realized it was too far.
Or something like this.
Oh yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
Like a suspension
Like
bridge.
I said,
so
if I fall, I've had a life. It's good. I am not afraid of death.
okay.
If it has to come and greet me, I'm like, thank you.
Okay.
We're here now, and that's fine.
So what about chase a tornado?
No. Oh my God. I've seen the movie with Helen Hunt. I don't have Coke cans to throw into the tornado to make it stop. Also, that's always on TNT.
So you know what one of my things on my bucket list is? I want to go to Australia and feed and play with one of those. It's the animal that's always smiling. What is it called?
The Kawaka. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the
Right.
kawaka.
No,
It's like the
is it that?
happiest animal
Yeah.
on
I think
the
it's
planet.
Quoka. Quokka.
I just think it's so cute. I want to do that.
KKA. Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, and they take selfies.
I know. Look at how cute they are. I just
Okay,
love
well, when we
that.
go to Dairy Queen in Australia, we'll have to hit up the Quokka place.
And I do want to hold a monkey. That's another thing that people have on their bucket list.
Really?
It's
Like what
yeah.
kind of monkey?
Just like a little monkey.
Like a
Like
Okay.
a monkey. I
like
don't know what
the
to
one
tell
that
you.
dances for you?
Do you ever it's on your bucket list? Is it like, do you have like fall in love or get married? Like I didn't have fall in love or get married, but I did have like I wanted my mom to walk me down the aisle when I got married.
Oh.
So that was always like on my bucket list. So I was happy that I could mark that off on my bucket
I
list.
think one of those sorts of things would be like, I know that it's like cliche, but like do a random act of kindness for a stranger or whatever, like a big act of kindness or something. Like I wish I could be like financially stable where like I go to a place and then I buy everyone's whatever, or like at a restaurant I buy everyone's dinner or something. But I have student loans, so I don't get to do that. I do have I have buy a home.
Oh, okay.
Eventually as a bucket list item. And then I have who knows how long that will take. And then my other one is like go to a remote island where there's no cell service just to like take a break from the world.
Oh.
And like just like be with nature.
Okay.
But I want like running water and like so like no Wi-Fi, but like a house that has like some amenity. Maybe.
Like do you need cable or like Netflix?
No. I don't need cable. I don't need TV or anything. Just like have like a shower, or maybe like it has like collection water, like rain runoff or something.
Oh, okay. It's very sustainable.
Yeah, I just want to like go somewhere and like just peace off for a little bit. Just
okay.
Unplug from the world. It was nice going to the Grand Canyon and not having cell service. I thought I was gonna be like, oh my god, but I was like, it's not bad because it makes you live in the moment with the people that you're with.
Right. Would you ever sleep in a yurt?
Yes, I have one on my bucket list. Is go to Iceland and stay in one of those glass igloos.
Okay,
but they're expensive.
What does that have to do with the yurt?
Isn't that the same thing? A yurt and an igloo, the same thing, right?
I don't think so.
Oh. A yurt is just like a teepee, no? Like a tent?
It's a little bit different than a teepee, but I guess, yeah.
It's like a circular tent. Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
I know that I used to watch it on Tiny House Nation. They would have people like, here's our yurt.
So something people have on the bucket list is to meet someone famous. Have you ever met someone famous?
I have that, is to have dinner with someone famous, but not sure who that would be. I don't know who I would want to have dinner with yet.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's like a couple people and I'm like, I don't know. Because I would have to like narrow down the list. It's like, do I want to have it with like Michelle Obama or like Lady Gaga or like Adele or like another person?
Oh. Or
like AOC.
Oh, yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
Right? And then I have another one where it's do an Ironman triathlon, but I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
Because it's a lot of running, biking, and swimming.
I could do an Ironman marathon where like we just watch Ironman movies.
Ooh. Let's start with that.
And the cartoons and stuff. Let's do it all.
But you can only take like 9 hours of Robert Downey Jr. a day.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh.
On that note, we're gonna end this episode, everybody. But thank you.
Go do your bucket list items. The world is yours to see, and don't be afraid.
Or fuck it, just do what you want.
Yeah, and then if you're playing hockey, you can puck it.
Oh,
I don't know other words that rhyme with puck.
All right. Well, everybody, have a great night. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Have a great week.
Have a great life.
Oh. Bye.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.